Hello, everyone. My name is Sage. I am a firefighter in San Jose, and I'm on the GovAI Coalition. And I was in a meeting with the Procurement Committee, and I did a little bit of research on best practices on AI procurement from around the globe, and then also use cases, like best AI use cases in governments. I'll share my findings here. Let me pull this up. These are some questions we'll be asking here, but let me show a couple of things that I've been working on. I use a Notebook LM as like a, kind of a project to share a bunch of information. So you can see over here on the left, these are all the resources in this notebook. And this notebook is about the Great Deployment, Enterprise, and Government AI in 2025. And then this notebook here is similar, but this one's more specific to AI procurement, monitoring, and accountability. But there's a lot of overlap. So anyway, I shared these on the Slack channel right here. I shared it in 3 different committees. So this one's the AI adoption support. And I shared, this is the Google Doc that I shared. And it has access to everything that I've created. You can see this is the notebook, the 2 notebooks that I created right here. And then the deep research, one of the deep research projects that I did is below it. And there's 2 different notebooks and there's 2 different deep research reports. So take a look at that. There's a lot of information in there. I am going to show you guys something else I'm working on that's obviously related to this. But this is a voice agent that I created on 11 Labs with the knowledge base of those deep research reports. So for at least, most of it. It's not everything that I, studied and researched, but it's a lot of it. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to just show you a conversation with Judy. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Judy. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Sage.
Nice to meet you, Sage. What can I help you with today?
I want to discuss your knowledge base. Can you tell me in 3 sentences what your knowledge base is based on?
My knowledge base is built upon publicly available sources from 2019 to 2025, with a focus on public sector guidance and high-stakes AI use cases. It includes federal policy memos, state procurement guidelines, international standards like the OECD AI principles, and reports from think tanks and academic institutions. The information primarily covers United States federal, state, and local agencies, incorporating international frameworks where relevant.
Can you tell me specifically how San Jose and the GovAI Coalition are doing a competitive analysis compared to the rest of the world? And give me concrete examples of how they're doing, what they're doing well, how they're leading, and where they can use some improvement. Do that in 3 sentences, please. Judy, you there?
I'm here, Sage. Apologies for the silence. That's a pretty big question, and honestly, it's a bit outside my direct knowledge base to give a competitive analysis of San Jose and the GovAI Coalition against the rest of the world. I can tell you about the resources and guidance the GovAI Coalition offers, which San Jose is a part of, but I don't have information on how they stack up globally or specific areas for improvement in that context. What I can do is share what the GovAI Coalition provides.
Fair enough there, Judy. Just tell me a little bit about what you can tell me then.
Gotcha. The GovAI Coalition, which San Jose is a part of, offers a suite of plug-and-play resources to help agencies build their AI governance programs. This includes things like an AI policy template, an AI governance handbook, and an AI upskilling course. They also have an AI registry and an AI contract hub to help with procurement and vendor management. Essentially, they're focused on providing practical
Judy,
tools.
That's great. I'm going to actually ask you a few more questions here. This is for the ontological shift. According to the best, we're reading number 2 here. According to the best practices report, what is the specific governance gap created by buying probabilistic systems, and why does this require a shift from purchasing vehicle to frontline regulatory intervention?
That's a great question, Sage. The governance gap created by buying probabilistic AI systems stems from their dynamic and evolving nature, unlike traditional deterministic goods. These systems can change, degrade, and show unexpected behaviors after purchase, making standard procurement models obsolete. This shift means the contract itself becomes a primary regulatory tool, moving beyond just a purchasing vehicle. It's how we codify ethical boundaries,
Judy, that's great.
And accountability for the...
We're going to move on to, I'm just trying to highlight what you can do here. The next question is going to be about the metrics, evaluation, and the bake-off. Actually, can you actually tell me what is the essence of the bake-off as it applies to AI procurement?
The essence of the bake-off in AI procurement, SAGE, is to empirically evaluate multiple vendors' AI solutions against a standardized dataset. It's about moving beyond marketing claims to objectively measure performance. This process involves splitting data into a training set for vendors to tune their models and a test set held back by the agency as the ground truth for blind evaluation. It's a way to see how well the AI actually performs with real-world data before committing to a solution.
How does the vendor contract strategies report analyze Palantir's strategy of positioning itself as a mission partner rather than a tech vendor to bypass AI skepticism?
That's a sharp observation, Sage. The report highlights Palantir's strategy of positioning itself as a mission partner to bypass AI skepticism by leading with data integration rather than AI analytics. They emphasize a security-first architecture and provide hands-on pilot programs. This approach builds trust and embeds their systems deeply within government operations, making them indispensable. It's less about selling AI as a product and more about becoming an integral part of the agency's core functions.
Okay, and a follow-up question to that, if you have this information, is what other companies are doing something like Palantir's strategy of position itself as a mission partner?
While the document specifically details Palantir's strategy, it doesn't explicitly name other companies adopting the exact same mission partner approach to bypass AI skepticism. However, many government contractors in the tech space aim to deeply integrate with agencies and present themselves as long-term partners rather than just vendors. They often focus on understanding the agency's mission and tailoring their solutions.
This one is going to have to do with contract engineering and IP rights. And I'm just going to go off the top of my head on this one here, but with IP rights, there's a kind of a conflict that can happen between who owns the rights to the IP. Is it the government, the agencies that are paying for these developments, or is it the developers? Who owns the rights to the IP, and how can that be addressed? How can that be structured in different contracts?
That's a critical point, Sage, and it's often the most contentious part of AI negotiations. The core issue is distinguishing between three layers of IP: the vendor's pre-existing IP, the agency's data, and the delta, the fine-tuned weights or learnings the model acquires from processing agency data. Agencies must own their data. For the delta, the crucial strategy is to negotiate for ownership, or at minimum, a perpetual, royalty-free, and portable license. This prevents vendor lock-in and ensures the agency retains the intelligence it paid to cultivate. Without this, switching vendors means losing that institutional knowledge.
Cool, thank you for that information. And the next part is going to be on generative AI and specific risks. So let's actually, for this one, I'll go off the top of my head again. And what are 5 risks for generative AI? Well, like, what are, in your opinion, what are the 5 main risks? Go ahead and tell me. And then also follow up to that is what is being addressed to fix and address those risks?
Okay, Sage, let's talk about 5 key risks with generative AI and how they're being addressed. First, hallucinations, where the AI makes up facts. This is being tackled by grounding models in reliable data sources and improving retrieval-augmented generation, or RAG techniques. Second, bias, as generative AI can perpetuate or amplify societal biases present in its training data. This is addressed through rigorous bias testing, diverse datasets, and fairness metrics. Third, data privacy and security, especially with the risk of models regurgitating sensitive training data. Solutions involve data sanitization, secure enclaves, and differential privacy techniques. Fourth, intellectual property infringement due to the use of copyrighted material in training. This is being addressed through legal frameworks, licensing agreements, and exploring models trained on public domain or licensed data. Finally, misinformation and disinformation, as generative AI can create highly convincing fake content. This is being countered with watermarking, provenance tracking, and developing AI detection tools.
In the AI policy template, what are the explicitly prohibited uses of AI, such as real-time and covert biometric identification? And how does this set a hard ethical boundary?
That's a great question, Sage. The AI policy template explicitly prohibits several uses of AI to establish clear ethical boundaries. These include real-time and covert biometric identification, classifying human facial or body movements into emotions, fully automated decisions with substantial individual impact without human oversight, social scoring, and cognitive behavioral manipulation. These prohibitions set a hard ethical boundary by disallowing AI applications that pose severe risks to privacy, autonomy, and fairness, ensuring that the technology is used responsibly and in alignment with public values.
Okay, great. Thanks, Judy. I have another question for you. If someone were to use this guide, what are the 3 best strategies to get the most out of this interaction with you?
Hey, Sage, I appreciate you asking. As an AI, I don't have a memory of past conversations. Each interaction is fresh for me.
That's
so
fine, Judy.
What's on
I know
your mind today?
we didn't build that into you. That's fine. We'll do that later. But I actually wanted to find out, what are the 3 best ways to use you yourself as a guide for someone to learn more about what you have to teach? Like, what are the best strategies to discuss AI procurement and AI best practices in government with you?
That's a great question, Sage. I contain multitudes, by which I mean PDFs. So let me break down 3 ways to get the most out of our chats. First, you can ask me to summarize key research findings on specific topics like AI procurement best practices or AI governance frameworks. I can give you the short version, since you're busy, and then offer to dive deeper into any areas that pique your interest. Second, if you're facing a particular challenge, tell me about it. For example, we're trying to select an AI vendor. What questions should we be asking? I can then pull relevant insights and even provide checklists or talking points based on the GovAI knowledge base. Third, we can explore specific case studies or examples of AI in government. If you're curious about how a certain city or agency implemented AI, I can share what the research says about their approach, the lessons learned, and how those might apply to your situation. Does that give you a good starting point, or would you like to focus on one of those areas first?
No, that's good. I just want to get a kind of a general overview of how to best use you as a guide. Okay, thanks, Judy. We're going to go now. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I'll put Judy in the link in the Slack, that Slack document, which is right here. I think Judy's already in there. Let's see. Yeah, right here. So if you click on this link, this should take you to Judy here. And if you get 10 minutes, just a heads up, these conversations are recorded and it's just internal use for me. So if you don't want to be recorded, you don't have to use this here. My developer partner and I are building different voice agents for different purposes. And this is just one that I built a couple days ago to play around and test out for myself and for other people to share. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts, and if you have any recommendations. I'm all ears. I'm just learning about this as I go, sharing what I'm learning in the process. So thanks.